11 years ago, I found myself walking into a trap set up by none other than Chris Hansen and the producers from the hit TV show To Catch a Predator. And to make matters worse, after I'd been bamboozled by the decoy, I wander into a kitchen and I find Chris Hansen. Then after I find Chris Hansen, I get beat up by the police. This was one of the worst nights of my life. Not to mention the fact that I was completely innocent and also a minor myself. Now I know what you're thinking, wait, how does this happen? But let me explain. You see, 11 years ago, I was 15 years old and being creepy on the internet. It's what 15-year-olds do. Well, I was 15 years old, surfing the internet, and I wandered into a chat room. Now this particular chat room was set up to catch creeps. I had no idea. I was barely figuring out how to work the internet. This was 11 years ago and I was a kid. So I'm in the chat room trying to get my riz on, and I see this girl and her profile picture's pretty cute for what it's worth, right? And I send her a message. I say, hey. She messages back almost immediately. She said, hey, what are you doing? And I start talking to her for a little bit. Then she asked me how old I am. I say I'm 15. She's like, dang, that sucks. I only like older guys. I'm like, well, lucky for you, I lied. I'm 20. Now, as soon as I said I was 20, the conversation progressed into something that was way more explicit by nature. I'm not going to get into the mutual fraternization because I don't want this video taken down, but eventually she was like, I want you. I like that you're old. Come over. Now I'm 15. I do not drive at the time, but now I'm committed to the lie. So I'm like, well, where you at? When do you want me to come over? She's like, well, lucky for you, I'm right down the street and my daddy's gone all weekend. I'm like, bet, here I come. Now me being 15 years old and a glass half full type of guy, I didn't think about things going way too good and way too fast. I was just ready to get some. So boom, she sends me her address and I type it in my GPS and I steal a vehicle and I am on my way. Now, upon my arrival, I had a horrible gut feeling, but I just chalked it up to nerves. I thought, heck, maybe I'm just, a little nervous, a little excited about the horseplay that's about to ensue. I pull into the driveway and I call her, and sure enough, she comes to the door, but she's holding a clothes basket. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. You had all night to do that. So I'm walking up to the door and she's like, whoa, don't mind me. I gotta throw these in the washer real quick. Come on in. And then she runs off. I'm like, that's a little weird, but I'm already here. Boom. So boom, I pop in the door. I'm like, what's up? I don't see nobody. So I start walking to the kitchen. As soon as I cross the threshold into the kitchen, I see someone pop out from the other room wearing a suit and a tie. And I'm like, whoa, I thought your daddy wasn't supposed to be here. Now I'm already here and I have no idea what's about to happen. I really just think it's her dad. So I'm like, hey, what's up, Pops? Da 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 da. He's like, why don't you have a seat right there? You want a cookie? I was like, yeah, I'll eat a cookie. Yeah, I'll have a seat. Nice to meet you, man. Now this guy was serious, like really, really serious. I thought he was just being like the serious dad role. So I sit down, he looks at me right in my soul and he goes, what is your business here tonight? I'm like, man, I'm just here to catch a vibe, maybe a little platonic horseplay with your daughter. What are you doing here? He looks at me, he's like, you know that girl's 14, right? And I was like, yeah, of course I do, man. Then he pulls out a folder, and inside the folder, he has the transcripts of our conversation. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, you are doing way too much, man. If she's choosing, just let her. And then he starts going through the humbug things I said to her. I was like, look, bro, you don't have to do this. I know what I said. Like, do you want me to leave? He's like, no, just wait a minute. I was like, no, I think I should go. He's like, no, wait a minute. I keep trying to tell this man, like, look, bro, it's not what it looks like, but he keeps cutting me off. As soon as I say something, he brings out the creepy humbug stuff I said in the freaking transcripts. Eventually, I realized, man, this is a dead mission. So I look at daddy. I'm like, all right, Pops, I'm out of here. Like, you done scared me off. Tell your daughter, holler at me later. I'm gone. So I get up to walk out, and he's like, okay, just walk out of this door. And I'm like, no, I'm going to walk out the door I came in. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. So I go back out the front door defeated. I walk to my stolen vehicle. Next thing you know,